Kelly Clarkson and her former husband, Brandon Blackstock, had a tense and drawn-out divorce battle. They fought over money when he demanded a significant portion of her fortune. However, their past grievances were put aside during his private battle with cancer. He succumbed to the illness earlier this month, leaving behind a devastated family, including the 2 children he shared with Kelly Clarkson, River and Remy. Brandon Blackstock's death came a day after Kelly Clarkson abruptly canceled her Las Vegas residency dates for the rest of August. Kelly Clarkson snubbed in ex-husband's obituary days after his death. Brandon Blackstock's obituary was shared online. Many were surprised that his ex-wife and mother to 2 of his children wasn't mentioned. Narvel Brandon Blackstock peacefully passed to be with the Lord on the morning of August 7, 2025, after a brave and courageous 3-year battle with cancer. He was surrounded in his home by his family, who comforted him and lovingly handed him off to his grandparents in heaven, who welcomed him home. The lengthy obituary read. The obituary highlighted the former talent manager's sense of humor. To know Brandon was to love Brandon. He was a strikingly handsome man, and if you failed to notice, he was always happy to remind you. It also mentioned his new life in Montana after leaving Nashville. A Montana property owned by Kelly Clarkson was a bone of contention for the former couple during their divorce. The singer ultimately retained ownership of the ranch. Her ex-husband reportedly found another place to live. He stayed in Montana until his death. Kelly Clarkson, his new love, was Kelly Clarkson's former assistant. Brandon Blackstock lived a quiet, private life after his divorce from Kelly Clarkson. In fact, his new relationship wasn't public knowledge until his new love was named in his obituary after his death. Brandon, along with his beautiful and loving partner in life and business, Brittany Marie Jones, started building a life-building companies and working tirelessly to create Headwaters Livestock Auction and what will live on as his legacy, the Valley View Rodeo in Bozeman, Montana, the obituary said. Brandon Blackstock obituary. People magazine reports that Brittany Marie Jones was a production assistant for Kelly Clarkson from 2016 until 2018. She reportedly moved to Montana with Brandon Blackstock in 2020 and continued her career as an executive assistant at a Montana bar he owned. Kelly Clarkson wasn't the only former wife snubbed in the obituary. Brandon Blackstock's first wife, Melissa Ashworth, wasn't mentioned either. But the 2 kids, Savannah and Seth, that he shared with his first ex-wife were mentioned. His daughter Savannah found out just weeks before Brandon Blackstock's death that she was pregnant. Kelly Clarkson's Las Vegas residency is expected to resume in November. Kelly Clarkson faces heartbreak as ex-husband Brandon Blackstock passes away, leaving a complex legacy on August 7, 2025. The entertainment world was struck with sorrow as Brandon Blackstock, the former husband of pop superstar Kelly Clarkson, passed away at 48 after a courageous 3-year battle with melanoma, a severe form of skin cancer. The news, confirmed by his family and reported by outlets like Today and CBS News, came just 1 day after Clarkson announced the abrupt cancellation of her remaining August Las Vegas residency dates to be with her children during this difficult time. Blackstock's death has left behind a grieving family, including his 2 children with Clarkson, River Rose 11 and Remy Alexander 9, as well as his older children, Savannah and Seth, from his first marriage to Melissa Ashworth. The circumstances surrounding his passing, coupled with revelations in his obituary, have sparked widespread discussion about his life relationships and the complexities of his and Clarkson's past, a tumultuous divorce, and a private battle. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock's marriage, which began in 2013 at Blackberry Farm in Tennessee, was a high-profile union that captivated fans. Blackstock, a talent manager who had previously worked with artists like Blake Shelton, also served as Clarkson's manager, intertwining their personal and professional lives. However, their relationship unraveled, leading Clarkson to file for divorce in 2020, citing irreconcilable differences. The divorce, finalized in 2022, was far from amicable, marked by heated disputes over finances and property, including a Montana ranch that Clarkson ultimately retained. Blackstock was ordered to pay significant child support and return over $2.6 million in commissions for overstepping his managerial role, as ruled by a California labor commissioner in 2003. Despite their contentious history, Clarkson put aside past grievances when she learned of Blackstock's cancer diagnosis. Sources close to the singer, as reported by People, described her as devastated for their children and supportive during his illness. On August 6, 2025, Clarkson shared a heartfelt statement on Instagram, announcing the postponement of her Las Vegas residency, Kelly Clarkson studio sessions at Caesars Palace. "While I normally keep my personal life private, this past year, my children's father has been ill, and at this moment, I need to be fully present for them," she wrote, expressing regret to fans who had purchased tickets. Her decision to prioritize her family underscored the gravity of Blackstock's condition, which was not publicly detailed until after his Obituary sparks controversy following Blackstock's death at his home in Butte, Montana under hospice care. His family released a lengthy obituary that celebrated his life, but stirred controversy for its omissions. Published on August 12, 2025, the obituary described Blackstock as a strikingly handsome man with a sharp sense of humor, noting to know Brandon was to love Brandon. "If you failed to notice, he was always happy to remind you." It highlighted his new chapter in Montana, where he had relocated after leaving Nashville post-divorce, and his entrepreneurial ventures, including the Headwaters Livestock Auction and the Valley View Rodeo in Bozeman. Notably, the obituary omitted any mention of Kelly Clarkson, the mother of his two youngest children, and his first wife, Melissa Ashworth, mother to Savannah and Seth. This exclusion raised eyebrows among fans and media, with outlets like TV shows Ace and Daily Mail noting the snub. The obituary did, however, spotlight Blackstock's relationship with Brittany Marie Jones, described as his beautiful and loving partner in life and business. Jones, who had worked as Clarkson's production assistant from 2016 to 2018, reportedly moved to Montana with Blackstock in 2020, the same year Clarkson filed for divorce. She later became an executive assistant at V-Bar B Cattle Co., a ranch Blackstock operated, and co-founded the Valley View Rodeo with him in 2004. The revelation of Blackstock's relationship with Jones, which was not widely known until the obituary's publication, added another layer of intrigue. According to the Indian Express, Jones' father Larry paid tribute to Blackstock on Facebook, calling him his daughter's soulmate and a son. The obituary's focus on Jones and its silence on Clarkson and Ashworth prompted mixed reactions. Some fans expressed sympathy for Clarkson, with one ex-post stating Kelly deserved at least a mention for their kids' sake. Others argued that the obituary reflected Blackstock's life at the time of his passing, with a user commenting, "It's about his final years, not his whole history." Blackstock's legacy and family. Blackstock's obituary painted a picture of a man who embraced his Montana lifestyle, finding purpose in his business ventures and community contributions. It also noted a poignant family milestone. His daughter Savannah discovered she was pregnant just weeks before his death, making Blackstock a grandfather to her son Lake, born in 2022. His other children, Seth, River, and Remy, were also mentioned. As part of his enduring legacy, Clarkson, who has primary custody of River and Remy and resides primarily in New York City for The Kelly Clarkson Show, has not publicly commented on the obituary's omissions. Sources told People that she remains focused on supporting her children through their grief. Her Las Vegas residency is slated to resume in November 2025, with additional dates scheduled for July and August 2026, according to Caesars Palace's website. A time for reflection. Brandon Blackstock's passing marks the end of a challenging chapter for both him and Kelly Clarkson, whose shared history was marked by love, conflict, and eventual reconciliation in the face of tragedy. The omission of Clarkson in his obituary has sparked debate, but it also highlights the complexities of navigating personal loss in the public eye. As Clarkson prepares to return to her professional commitments, including her Emmy-winning talk show, fans continue to express admiration for her strength and dedication to her family. What are your thoughts on Brandon Blackstock's obituary and its impact on Kelly Clarkson's public narrative? Share your perspective in the comments below. And stay tuned to NBC for updates on Clarkson's career and The Kelly Clarkson Show.